I'm so excited to have Leigh Ann Houston here to chat about Build a Blissful Business, her experience with it, kind of what she's been up to in her business since joining. It's been a while. Leigh Ann,
It,
how are you?
I've been well. How have you been?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I was trying to think about earlier how long it's been since you joined BBB, but it was originally DDA when
Yes.
you joined.
So
Yes.
I'm probably going to keep referring to it as DDA.
Yes. So DDA, same thing as
Yes.
BBB. So I love it. Well, let's just jump right in. And why don't you just share, you can share your business with us and kind of where you were at, why you joined the program in the first place, and then how it's kind of helped you in your business since then.
Okay. So I don't know if um, other people fall into this trap, but I was feeling like I had to figure out how to do everything when it came to my business. And there's just some things like technology, it's not in my wheelhouse. Like my 14-year-old now takes my phone and shows me how to do things. Like I've all of a sudden reached that point. And my business was getting really stressful because I felt like I had to figure everything out. So I originally started with Young Living. I kind of fell into it because I was a teacher forever, not forever, for a little over 10 years. Um, and then we were pregnant with our twins and we were moving. So it just didn't make sense for me to keep working, and I was really happy to stay home. Um, Someone in our house was suffering from anxiety, and so I started using oils. Long story short, it's they've literally changed our lives. So I started passionately sharing about that, and then kind of unexpectedly, not accidentally, got paid for it, which was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I had so much joy in helping others use oils. And then as my business was growing, I started focusing on how do I build a website? How do I come up with all this content to send new members? All these things. And I found myself just being drained from something that started being solely to fill my cup. And
Yeah.
it was almost like doing the opposite of that. So I paid someone to build my website on, oh, it wasn't Wix.
Were you on WordPress?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought I was
And
remembering that right.
because I thought that's what you should, you read all the articles and it's great for SEO. And if you want to have like a legitimate business, that's what you should do. So I did it. The problem was I had no idea how to fix anything when it broke, and everything broke. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't because it wasn't set up properly. Things just become outdated and you have to know how to get in. So I'm not serving my people because I'm too busy stressing about how to fix broken links in coding when it doesn't even make sense. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, and I think that's when I um jumped into DDA, because it was like, who am I pretending to be? Now I'm using oils for anxiety for my business.
You're like, I've caused my own anxiety from the business that I started about sharing about the passion that I have. This is messed up. No, yes, I remember you coming in and just being like, my website's a mess. Like, it's stressing me out. There's too much to do. I need to streamline, systemize, automate, get a better,
Yes.
system process that you can use. And so you did. You switched platforms and you're using Get Oiling or Tractwell?
Get oily.
Get Oiling, sister
Yeah.
company. So kind of
I
same,
love
same.
it.
But you're using Get Oiling. And so now that you've gotten things set up, or I guess I should ask, because we create templates for Get Oiling, for Attractwell, for Kajabi. So you had the pre-built templates that we had, and we've revised them. We've made them even better than when you joined. But how did those help you? Did they
Well,
save you time? Did they, you said you're not techie. So how was that?
yeah, another something else that's not my strength is also getting started. So while I had this idea of what I wanted my website, because I liked my original website, what it looked like, and Claire helped me update it and kind of move it to get oiling with the templates. But so even though I had the idea of what I wanted, sitting down and starting from scratch again was so overwhelming. So I would spend hours with nothing to show for it. And I hate that. So the templates, I would plug everything in and then be able to change it. And it's like some other things like class outline someone gives me. It's like, oh my gosh, I had no idea where to get started. Thank you for this. But if you saw the end product, I don't even know if you would know it started with a template, because it's
Yeah.
so easy to like plug everything in and then slowly change it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that it was a really great starting point. And the community was more helpful than I thought. I thought since I already knew what I wanted, I was going to plug it in and move on. And Claire just asked the right questions for me to like really sit back and think, what do I want people to see? What do I want people to feel when they open up my site?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. God, she's so talented at the
Yeah.
design and at, yeah, asking the right questions to really pull it out of people to really then take it and bring it to life through design. She's always been so skilled in that. We're so lucky to have her. And so now that you've got things set up, you've got your, emails automated. Tell me now how you're feeling in your business, in terms of like communicating with your community,
Mhm.
and the engagement there between them.
Yeah. So I would say my biggest strength right now in my business is my emails. I have a really high open rate. And so another downfall of mine, I'm just sharing everything I'm not very good at on this thing, is I get
I'm
really
sure people can relate.
I get really distracted by like new shiny things.
Mhm.
So it's like I would see a class being offered for, whether it be something we can do in person or on a Zoom or I could move to a blog post or something. And I just want to do it all. But because everything's so well set up, and because my education is pretty much planned through the end of the year now,
Mhm.
that it's easier to not get distracted by everything and pick and choose what is actually fitting in my business. Because I feel like a while ago, I was looking like the target for essential oils. And while like everyone would want to be a target, it doesn't work when you're first starting out, because it's like I wanted to help with hormones and anxiety and ditch and switch and literally everything. So my education was like all over the place. So
Mhm.
the systems really helped me kind of streamline and not get as distracted
Mhm.
and focus on what I want my current customers to hear from me.
Mhm.
So it's helped me really be able to focus on the content, since all I have to do is put it in the system that's already running.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, so
Yeah.
casual. Yeah, it's good. It's great. It does. It just makes things. I was thinking about it the other day about like my house and how cluttered it is, and how when things are cluttered, everything feels like chaos and stress and anxiety, and you don't know what to do and you don't know where to start because there's so much going on. And then I decluttered the bathroom and I threw out so much stuff, all the stuff that wasn't necessary, and, put everything in a place. And now I have a system for like where things go. And I was like, this is like business
Yeah.
and automation. And when you aren't using a website, using automations, funnels, things like that, it feels like your business is the most cluttered, stressful home possible. And then when you develop the systems, the process, and the automation to really kind of make things work behind the scenes, it feels like your business is this clean sanctuary where you can just come to focus on the things that you're really passionate about and connect with the people you want to connect with. Does that
Yes.
analogy feel right?
That's totally accurate. And then you have to take a step back and think like, didn't I stop working outside of the home because it was going to be too stressful while running my house
Right.
with my husband traveling as much and all these things? And like, if this is how I'm going to be feeling so weighted down, then why don't I just go back to what I was doing before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so do you know anything about the Enneagram?
You do.
Okay, I'm
A little
obsessed.
bit. A little
Okay,
bit.
so I'm a three, and threes are known as being achievers, competitive with themselves. Yep, yeah.
That's me too.
So I won't waste too much time talking about it, but this is what's so interesting, and it shocked me when I first learned this, and then realized this is exactly what I do. When threes are under stress, they go to the negative side of nine, which is like a sloth. And so when I would, go into my, like your analogy, the home is just so unorganized and cluttered. Instead of like plowing through like you would think a three would do, I would just take a nap.
Mm.
And so it's like my business is all over the place. I have so many things to fix and I have so many things to do, and I don't really know where to start. So I'm going to turn my computer off and pretend I really have to do something else.
Pretend I need to really binge watch this show.
I do. I do. We're just going to avoid it altogether. So,
Yes. I love it. I love it. Okay. So we'll just wrap this up. I love all of that. Thank you for sharing that. Kind of where are you at before the things that you
well,
struggled with.
thank
I
you
know
for
people
walking me through all this. I'm so grateful for it.
I'm so glad that you took it, you applied
Yeah.
it. Your website is beautiful. I'm
Thank
featuring your
you.
website in our master class because it's just so beautiful.
It
Um,
makes me so happy. It's like it's now my happy place. I love it.
oh my gosh, that's amazing. So, final words to someone who is thinking about it. They're a bit on the fence. Maybe their business isn't where they want it to be right now, and they're feeling a little bit like how you were, just kind of like, this was my passion and now it's my stressor. What do you have to say about that and, potentially joining Build a Blissful Business?
Yeah, I hope someone is listening who did not pay for someone to set up a different website or someone else. Like, I hope I can save someone the time and money that I spent. Because, when you're trying to get all these systems in place, you're not really working throughout all that time. So it was time and money that was wasted. Definitely not a joyful time. And then I had nothing to show for it. So I hope someone's listening thinking, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? Just jump into this program and work the steps in order, because also I like to jump ahead and just get things done. And it's built for a reason. You really need to go through who is your target audience, what are your brand colors, because if you do that work step by step, your website is going to be built so quickly. There's
Mhm.
no stress once you've already worked through that. So the program was built like that for a reason.
Yes,
You can tell.
100%,
So
100%. I've had multiple people say, like, at first I was like, why am I answering these questions? Why am
yes,
I diving
I
into
think that was
this?
me. I think that was me that was on a call, and I was
And
like, "What am I doing?"
others, and then they're like, and then it
Yes.
clicked and I realized, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, okay, now I have everything that I need to then do this part, and this part. There is a method to the madness.
Yeah,
Trust the process. And I'm so grateful that you did. And you'll see magical things happen on the other end, I promise. Yes.
agree.
I love it. Well, Leigh Ann, thank you so much for coming, hanging out, having a little chat. If,
Yeah,
if anyone has questions after watching this about the program, please reach out, support@thechrissychin.com. I would be happy to answer your questions, whatever you need. The doors aren't going to be open for very long. So make the decision, right? Make the decision and jump in with us. We can't wait to serve you and be there for you. Again, thank you so much for being here. If you're ready to learn more about Build a Blissful Business and how you can get your business set up with a high converting website and automated funnel so you can turn more leads into customers on autopilot, then go to www.buildablissfulbusiness.com and learn more about our program.